Today, we're going to talk about how to record and edit your podcast. Now, recording's pretty simple. Once you've got all your microphones and things plugged in, you go to Zoom and you get an account if you don't already have one. They have different pricing models, but they do have a free one that should get you set up that you could use for up to 40 minutes and unlimited one-to-one meetings for 30 hours limit per meeting. But check out their signups. You got a $150 version, but you probably don't need that. You could probably get away with the free version to start recording. So use Zoom. Now, the actual recording process, after you've done that, and you need to actually send it somewhere you could edit it. And what I like to do is I pull the audio from the Zoom files and I put it into a program called Audacity because it's much easier than trying to edit the video. And you can also outsource this on Upwork to an editor that does this professionally. But if you want to do it for free, get a program called Audacity where you open it up and you can embed your files. You can cut out the beginning and ends that you didn't like. You can drop a recorded intro into the beginning and a recorded outro to the end using this simple file. And you can Google how to use Audacity on the internet. There's videos out there that it's it's an intuitive program, and those videos can walk you through it pretty quickly. But Audacity is what I use to edit, and also to make sure that my volume is set to the right levels, which should be anywhere between -6 and -12 in terms of how loud it is in terms of decibels. And then usually I have to adjust my microphone volume to make sure it's the right, that it's not too loud or too soft, because that's usually the biggest problem when you're starting out, is that you haven't set your microphone level. So I edit in Audacity, and then since I'm not a pro, what I do is I just make simple cuts and I make sure the volume's correct. And then I go to a second program, and this is when I edited myself. I don't do this anymore, but called Alphonic. I take that episode, I throw it into Alphonic. Essentially, what it does is it runs your file through and changes the sound to sound more like what a podcast should sound like. It takes out all the background noise and reduces some of the harsh S's and P's in your voice. And if you have a guest, it makes sure your volumes are about the same level. It does all that pretty automatically. And it even has a function to add your intro and outro. It doesn't work great, but it has that as well. So I would check out those two programs after you've recorded your podcast in Zoom. That's the simple, quick start for recording and editing your podcast. If you can outsource, even better, give it to professional. And that can typically cost you anywhere between $20 to $50 per episode. So those are your options when you're getting started. Hope that helped. We'll catch you guys next time.